Oh wow, been a very huge while. A One Piece chapter has riled me this much up with anger. And not in anger of frustration, no, in anger of this is a guy that deserves more than karma. He deserves hell itself. We just thought that One Piece is famous for their monsters. But to think we're introduced to a monster who's an even bigger, merciless monster than Don Flamingo. Jack the Drought are seen in his human form. First, we're seen on the deck of the worlds again, finally, and it's switching back to Seth, who sees Sanji's new bounty, and apparently one of the cooks are very angry with the new bounty. Is it because he has designed his dessert place to be after Sanji's bad face, and now that he has a real face, he cannot claim it anymore? Who knows? But what I do know is that Yak is truly a monster. He is seen in his human form, and apparently again confirming somehow that. I mean, what are the Beast Pirates? No, I'm honestly asking, what are they? Why do they all have the same horns as, as oars? Why do they have them? I need to know. They can't be humans. Well, it was clear that Yak was a monster because, well, the Minks fought and Beppo was under the guardianship, and even though Nekomamushi is a little bit more violent than that Inua Arashi. He's still a little bit more open person that decides that that asks if Beppo and the guys want to protect them, and they do. So they fought for 5 days. And while they had the upper hand in the battle, the Minks did have that. There was one people they could not fight, Jack itself. That's what pissed me off. Why do you have to create such an invincible villain? That's not even a Jonko! I hate that! Because that means that once Jack finally is defeated, a lot of you are gonna complain about saying, how could a guy that fought 5 days with no stamina and that fought for 5 days with no stamina draining and no wounds on him suddenly be defeated by that guy? Why did you have to make Jack that invincible, Oda? I do not like these kind of invincible supervillains. But they did run him down somehow. But his patience ran out, so on the 5th day he used the poison gas weapon, and the day was settled after that. The Beast Pirate then begins to torture and somewhat kill all the Minks for the Wano country. I mean, these Beast Pirates are clearly the complete side of sociopathy. I mean, why? I may be because I don't understand evil, but at the same time I can't answer. Just what kind of person tears up a country like this? Do not even search for it once he can, and then just suddenly destroys everything and tortures everything when he's searching for something like that, and he gets no answer because he's not here. Just a clear and simple sociopathic monster. Because as both Inu and Neko swore, no, Inu Arashi, his name is both their names are so difficult to remember. Inu Arashi and Nekomamushi swears they won't forgive Yak. Yak committed one last act of cruelty on them. But then he left on the 6th day. And why? Well, when Inuyasha was thanking Luffy. Well, he was thanking Luffy because he defeated Don Flamingo on that 6th day. As we saw, Jack decided to attack that one vessel. That's actually one thing that we can argue about. If Jack was so invincible, how come he could be defeated by the former admiral and the admiral? Was they more that was kind of beasts, or did something happen? Or did he actually suffer some stamina draining? Well, I don't care. But what I do care about is, on the 6th day, Chopper and Sanji and Co arrived. Thanks to Caesar, they got up no problem. And they saved the squirrel Tristan from Sheep's Head. And when they got to the town city, the gas was covering and a lot of wounds were there. Pedro, who saw the Striped Pirates, begged him no, begged them to save Inuarashi and Nekomamushi, who was bloodied, almost dead, and each had their limbs cut off. Well, Inuarashi lost his, I think it was left leg, while Nekomamushi lost his right arm, or was it vice versa? I mean, the right leg and the left arm. Either way, Inuarashi lost his leg to Kaido's cruelty, and Nekomamushi lost his arm to Yak's cruelty. And Nekomamushi confirmed that Yak did indeed have an ancient devil fruit of the Sosonomi. But the thing is, we already have a Sosonomi, so therefore it's more likely that, I don't know if the Wikipedia is gonna say it like that, but it's gonna be like Sosonomi model Mamuthu, right? On that day, apparently to Pedro, both Inuyashi and Nekomamushi are extremely important. Apparently the world are gonna wait for them. It is said that the Momoku Kingdom rests on a very high place of ancient history or something. So yeah, this and as we said before, the elephant Sunisha is older than the Void Years. It gotta be a connection. But this was just a simple emotional nightmare of a chapter. I mean, my rage is trembling on Jack. A complete. He is, without any doubt, a monster. And, I mean, I always wondered what kind of character is Kaido, but for him to govern over these kind of characters, then I guess the rumors about him being just a merciless monster too is not so far off. Wonder how the other disasters are. This is basically this chapter. Again, it was almost too emotional to read. Give me your thoughts if you have any.